wow, it's like whoever this is, they have some type of conscious authority here. And they physically working hard in silence, right? And anybody that comes in to threaten, y'all, thunder just went off. Ooh, I'm scared of superstar. I'm just playing. But whatever comes in to consciously threaten what it is they are, being loyal to. This is also a card of being loyal. Capricorn is very loyal and determined as well. Whatever comes in to threaten that, baby, they ain't playing no games. They put you on a swivel, boo. And this can be very merciless energy, right? Where you're not showing mercy. You're not showing anybody mercy. Like, you like, nah, I'm working hard or something. I'm doing something. I got the authority to. I don't care. I will put your head on this stick. Okay, so, I don't know. Superstar got some little dork energy, child. Collective. I am your Royal Priestess BB, and I'm an intuitive reader. Thank you for clicking on the video, and since you did, there must be something here for you. Not everything is yours, so take only what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. We ask that our high vibrational, loving, and caring ancestor guides, guardian angels, and archangels are present. If anyone is here to send evil eye, ill wishes, or negative energy, we ask that they be escorted out to the left, to the left, to the left. Amen. Thank you, Father God. Amen. Okay, y'all, I'm picking up the energy of we gonna be all right. Like, I'm really picking that up. Like, I even sat here for a second. Like, I picked up the energy of struggle at first because I was hearing a Young Boy song. Not like Young Boy be struggling all the time, but I was just hearing a Young Boy song, like, faint in the distance. You know what I mean? Like, that rough, that aggressive energy. Like, this is the energy that, like, whoever this is for, whoever this is resonating for, whoever this is for, right? You are coming out of an aggressive energy where, how we dance the Young Boy, how we bop around, and, we on that murder time. Like, you really coming out of that, and you moving into an energy of, like, we gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna be all right. Like, basically talking about the things that you have endured that has been, probably difficult and hard for you, and, coming out of that. It seems like in the collective, in our communities in general, we are all coming out of transition. We are all coming out of changes in our lives. And, it can come off a little difficult at first. But once you really start to get the flow, you get the swing of it, you can really be prosperous, So let's see what the cards entail. I really like this deck because I can build on it. I haven't really built on it too much yet. Like, where I'm, like, doing 2-3 stacks of cards on top of it. Not at least on the page just yet. But I like to build upon everything. So, we got a lot. Let's not even, I just said, let's cut that short. And y'all already know we're going to check what's on the bottom of the deck. I'm weak. I'm 3 weak. I don't know who it is. I am a divine feminine energy myself. Okay, so it's easy for me to tap into the divine feminine energy. So I'm just going to say this right now. If you are here, if you are tuned into this message, you are in fact a divine feminine energy. Okay, it's on the board. Okay, but anyway, bottom of the deck, we got Big Daddy. It's Big Daddy. He is giving boss who can teach you a lot. But remember, lesson or blessing. Is he both? We love the energy, but if you are learning physically, 9 times out of 10, you are learning spiritually. Don't cling to Poppy too long. The student becomes the teacher the student. Ooh, you got some Big Daddy energy coming through. Ooh, with partnership right behind it. This card suggests working with an opposing force to come to resolutions. Oh, for all parties involved. Collaboration is the major idea here with a tangible outcome for both parties involved. Should share a common goal. Avoid competition. A partner is just that, not an opponent. Competition went out the door when you agreed to work together. Okay, so this definitely says like you got some Big Daddy energy that is around you. Okay, but this is somebody that you're obviously meant to be learning from because you're partnering with them during this time. It's something that you're obviously supposed to be picking up from them, right? But there's an end result that will benefit you both. So let's see what we have on the board. All right, we got Anubis, God of the Underworld. I like this card. We got Superstar. Let me tell y'all something about Superstar. I'll tell y'all in a minute. We got another Proverbs. Don't we love when Proverbs come out? Don't we love when we can get our biblical guidance mixed with our spiritual guidance? Don't we love it? Right, and then we got quite a few cards in the state. Oh, we got the Death card here too. That's kind of crazy. On this end, we got, and here's Alchemy. And here's Divine Feminine. And here's Crooked Cop. And then we got Pillow Talk. We got Inheritance. And we got To Go or Not To Go. Ooh. This got juicy kind of quick. This got juicy kind of quick. Well, you with somebody that you meant to be learning from anyway. And behind that was organize your finances. So you need to begin your finances together for sure. Let's read through it. Let's read through it and see what we get. Anubis, god of the underworld. This card appears, says you slit your own throat. You met death consciously and subconsciously to evolve down in the darkest depths of the underworld. Anubis grants you permission to dive into his world by way of heavy Pluto/Scorpio energy. Phoenix rising is your current energy, knowing more of yourself after exploring your shadow side. So you tapped into your Phoenix energy. You might have a Scorpio placement. You probably would have a Scorpio placement in order to get this card. Okay, and the only thing that's actually in Scorpio currently is Lilith, and that is dark feminine energy, right? Which means you could just explore it through sex, okay? Because sometimes sex can be a little dark. It can get a little nasty, right? But this card says that you literally slit your own throat. That way you could go down into the darkest depths and come back your better self, right? Why is it above this superstar card? I don't know. This superstar card was written for a particular male that I thought was cute. I thought was cute, you know? He's definitely a superstar. He's definitely very known for what he does. He's athletic. He's very talented. You would say he's the quarterback. You would say he is definitely the quarterback. And I don't know, he's very chill. He doesn't have much energy to spread around, right? So it says, he want to get you pregnant. We actually like how simple he is, but disciplined and spontaneous, right? Okay. Oh, but he wants to get you pregnant for the money. That's what it says. He want to get you pregnant before the money. Watch out, right? Wow, why did this fall under Anubis? This may not even be your energy. And I'm not feeling like it's your energy because this is your energy. This is your energy. That's why it's so much over here. This is not your energy. Okay, so Proverbs chapter 10, verse 22. The blessings of the Lord brings wealth without painful toll for it. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 24. What the righteous desire will be granted. A yes card, a blessed card, success effortlessly. Okay. And there's also the versatility card. Currency flows in many ways. Switch it up. In business and personal endeavors, add more ways to achieve financial success. Be creative. Think about different forms of merchandise, right? Or on the opposite end, slow down on spending. You're blowing money in all types of ways without thinking about it. Go back over your finances. I look at this as getting creative with things to sell, right? Forms of merchandise. But it's already established because it's under a yes card, it's under a blessed card. It's kind of like saying that, you know, money is flowing to you in so many different ways that no matter what way you choose to get it, it's going to be successful. And whoever you dealing with, they purposely cause some type of death, right? They purposely slit their own throat so that they could see dark times, they could go through challenging times in order to manifest a brighter future. Because one thing about Scorpio energy is it's very intuitive, right? It's the deepest, darkest waters for a reason. But the Scorpio energy knows and understands these depths very well. They can see in them, right? So whoever this superstar energy is, he knew, he or she, maybe a she, but I mean, I'm going to say it's a male energy because we got divine feminine over here, okay? So either way, this person knew you had a blessing like this coming through. And a blessing like this basically means, you know, you don't even have to work hard. God bless it. You know what I mean? You don't even have to work hard. Like, you could literally post a video of whatever it is you created or made or do, right? And it could go viral without you even trying, right? That's why they're telling you to, like, be versatile here, to switch it up. You know, have many endeavors here. Or this is this superstar, right? Switching it up, being versatile here. Because they are blessed and they don't actually have to do much to receive. Let's see. Wow, this is some Scorpio. This is some Scorpionic energy because it's not clear. It's very mysterious. So let's get some clarity on this superstar. Who are they? What are they doing? Why are they here? You know, give us a little bit of clarity, Father God. Send an angel that will give us clarity. Amen. Wow, didn't take long for it to come out here. Right? Wow, with King of Swords on the bottom. So maybe they are an air sign. Aquarian energy, right? With a little bit of Capricorn. Wow, we got a pair. We got a pair. And this is bottom of the deck energy. Right, so this tells us the underlying energy behind what's going on here. So King of Swords is calculated, analytical, but they're also a conscious authority figure, right? They can basically say what will consciously appear within your physical reality, if that makes sense, right? What they believe, what they think, what they speak can consciously manifest. You know, what they think mainly can consciously manifest. They have authority here. This is a conscious authority, right? Aquarian energy. You know, because Aquarius is the bridge. And when you think about Uranus like that, Uranus energy is really on a higher perspective. And the way that we actually create is on a higher dimension. It's on a higher plane. You know, so this could be someone that actually has access and authority of the Akashic records, right? The records of time and space where everything is said to happen. If it's not in that record, it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's not true. Okay? You would be lying to yourself to say it's true if it's not in that record. And they also have some Capricorn energy here because 8 of Coins is Capricorn energy. And it is early Capricorn energy, so it's actually coming off of Sagittarius. So it's abundant energy, right? It could be very much based in belief, but it's definitely having some type of conscious authority here and physically working hard at it in silence, right? And it's paired with this Queen of Swords energy. It's paired with this Queen of Swords energy here, where if you look at these heads, she got these heads on a stick, heads on a swivel. She's not playing no game. She's like, I don't care. I cut you off. I put you on. Like, at the end of the day, like, this is a card of conscious, tough love. You know what I mean? This is a card of, like, protecting, consciously protecting what is important to us, right? The things that we think about, right? Not using our mouth and sharing it, right? You know, really keeping it to ourselves. And this would be Gemini energy considerably, right? It would be Gemini energy considerably. Wow, it's like whoever this is, they have some type of conscious authority here, and they physically working hard in silence, right? And anybody that comes in to threaten, y'all, thunder just went off. Ooh, I'm scared of Superstar. I'm just playing. But whatever comes in to consciously threaten what it is they are, you know, being loyal to. This is also a card of being loyal. You know, Capricorn is very loyal and determined as well. You know, whatever comes in to threaten that, baby, they ain't playing no games. They put you on a swivel, boo. And this can be very merciless energy, right? Where you're not showing mercy. You're not showing anybody mercy. Like, you like, nah, I'm working hard at something. I'm doing something. And I got the authority to. I don't care. I will put your head on this stick. Okay, so, I don't know. Superstar got some little dork energy, child. Superstar got some dark energy. Okay, which, of course, they would have dark energy because they slit their own throat. You know what I mean? They purposely went down to the underworld. They purposely went to the darkest depths. It's like, you know, they stopped paying their rent. Like, because they knew that they wanted to get a better house. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they wanted to buy a house or something like that. Like, they literally stopped paying their rent. You know what I mean? And because they knew that they, like, would have the money to pay the debt off or whatever, like, they not even tripping about it. Like, that's the type of energy of, like, where you literally send yourself to an early grave. You know, it's literally like whatever is going on in your life at the time, you neglect it, right? You let it die. You let it die. And you know what? It honestly could be, maybe this person let your relationship die. You know what I mean? Let's see what's here. Wow. 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 And that thunder that's going, rumble in the jungle. Let me get just a little bit more information about Superstar. This is like the first time I'm being stumped here, y'all. Seriously, I'm sitting here like, wow. Oh, baby. 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Subconscious fulfillment. Okay, this Temperance card calls for divine intervention, and it's coming in quick. 8 of Wands. This is going to energetically speed things up. You got some news coming in. Good news, honestly, about a new financial beginning. Okay, a seed that can be planted here. And I can't even say this is divine feminine, because this is definitely divine masculine. Is there a separation here? That's what I'm trying to see. Is there a separation here? And we're going to do it in between, because that'll really tell us if it's a separation. Ooh, the child didn't have to want to come out. Oh. Yeah, it's a separation for sure. 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Somebody got wishful thinking here. Somebody got options. You here looking, trying to see, yeah, and they energetically standing up for they, I got options. Energetically standing up for themselves. Because the way they see stuff, they can't see it no more. They're allowing their inner guide to guide them, right? They in hermit mode. This your man. Superstar is your divine masculine. Why he want to get you pregnant for money? I'm sitting here like, why he want to get you pregnant for money? Divine intervention is coming in, though. Because this Mars energy, because the Emperor is Mars energy as well. You know what I mean? It's because there's alchemy going on here. Okay? Alchemize the energy. Creating an energy current between the male and feminine yang-yin principle. Okay? Yang is positive, the pull. Yin is negative, the push. To attract with magnetism, with balance. Okay? That's why he want to get you pregnant. Your divine masculine is an alchemist. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Your divine masculine understands the simple principle in life of to give is to receive. Okay? And when you give, you must receive. Your divine masculine understands that very well. And he is consciously constructing, Emperor energy, new financial beginnings. Okay? He is looking to receive a seed to plant. Okay, and he wants to be versatile. Yeah, 9 of Swords in reverse, right? He got some Aquarian energy too, because this is another Aquarius card. He consciously sees things from a higher perspective. He has access to the Akashic records. He knows that for whatever reason he wants to get you pregnant, whatever reason, and this could be pregnant with a new financial idea as well, right? He just wants to work with you and your energy. Okay, probably because y'all both in a low place. Okay, and the best, look, the best advice I can give, because sometimes people trip out, you know, when they in a low place or when they hit rock bottom. Look, that's the best place to be. And the reason why it's the best place to be is because when you realize that you, number one, can't stay there, everything is temporary, you secondly realize that there's nowhere to go but up. Okay, at that point, you really Gucci. You really good. You know what I mean? Because the sky is literally the limit. Okay? But you got the death card on your end here, Divine Feminine. This card actually points to a conscious or subconscious evolution that you were driven to by the power of others. Your reality can look a lot different than you would have ever imagined. The words of others have come to spite you, and your spiritual weakness took you to an early grave. Now is the time to adjust, to transform, and rise again. So, where your man, on the other hand, and what's crazy is I'm not really getting too much of a separation. It's like y'all are in separation, but not really, because he clear on what he want to do with you. Okay, but it's like because of these circumstances that y'all had, right? Y'all both experienced death. Y'all both experienced massive loss, right? But where there is death, there is new life. You can be reborn again. You can have something completely new. You know, y'all both experienced this, but y'all two different people. And that's very clear here, right? He did this to himself. He consciously saw on a higher plane that he could receive more if he let go of what he had. And he did. Like, right? It's like if an angel came to you and told you that if you trusted, source enough, if you trusted God enough and you let go of everything that you currently have, you let go of your current life, you would be blessed with a bigger and better life, right? The blessings of the Lord brings wealth without painful toll for it. So it's like he knew that whatever situation he was in was not very conductive for him. And that if he let it go, no matter how harsh it felt in the moment, no matter how much struggle he went through during the time, it would lead to a bigger blessing for him in the end. And now it's really speeding up. Things are really taking off here. Okay, and divine intervention is taking place. This says that, God, angels is taking part in this, right? This is extremely blessed individual on this end. And the fact that, he wants to get you pregnant, it's not really a bad thing, but it is for financial gain in some type of way. So you have to pay attention because it could be literally birthing an idea. He may literally want to partner with you to give birth to an idea, which it seems like that's what it's giving. It doesn't seem like, because I'm not getting any actual fertility cards where you're actually going to be pregnant, right? It's really giving like, because this is the 5 of coins in reverse. This is physically praying to a higher power and realizing that you do have support, where upright it's saying that you don't have any support, you're out in the cold, you're looking for help and charity. In reverse it's saying that you have all the help you need in spirit. Okay, you prayed up and it's leading to physical opportunities, right? But it's paired with the 2 of swords. And I put it in between you guys because I said, okay, well, let me see if y'all in separation. Y'all not separated, not really, because this masculine seems like he's very sure that whatever excuse me, oh, look at my throat chakra being bothered. Oh, and it's starting to rain, y'all. Somebody do not like you. Like, that's literally what's coming in my head, because your death was because of other people. Your death was other people hating on you, talking about you negatively, saying that you would be without and praying for it. P-R-E-Y. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, literally praying on you. Okay, and so much so, they don't even want you to know that this man, and you connected to him. You know who this superstar is, right? So listen to the qualities again. We actually like how simple he is, but disciplined and spontaneous, right? Remember I told you he's a football player. You think he's the quarterback. He's the star quarterback, right? But he's spontaneous enough to like up and dye his hair out of nowhere and not give a fuck what nobody think about it. Like, he's spontaneous enough to like be wearing crazy outfits when he walking in for the game or something like that. But he's disciplined enough to be the superstar quarterback. Okay, but he's simple too. Like, he doesn't really do much. And, when we say we and stuff, it's just your ancestors coming through saying, like, this is how they feel about this person. Like, it's in agreement. But whoever this person is, they are your divine masculine. They are your counterpart, emperor energy here. Right? So much so that they are consciously strategizing how to get themselves out of this underworld dark shadow energy and bring you with them. By way of alchemy. By way of having you birth this new financial beginning. That's cool. And they working at it so much so that it's coming in hot. Do you hear me? This is double Sagittarius energy. It's coming in hot. So much so I'm picking up by Sagittarius season. Okay? If you come over this hump. Because this 2 of swords is really saying, like, you consciously caught between a rock and a hard place. You stuck between 2 thoughts. Right? Whether you want to go right or left. And what's crazy is you've been physically praying for an opportunity. You want to get out of this. Maybe you told this man what's up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm struggling too. You know what I mean? Baby, both of y'all know what's up. But the difference between him and you is he purposely put himself in his energy. He purposely let stuff go. You was attacked. Okay? You was attacked. Crooked cop. Someone is all about the money. You cannot trust them. Money is the motive. Wicked at heart will steal spiritually and physically. This is a work or business warning. A crook masquerading as a savior. Right? Or Jesus is king. Dial back the greed. Money is paper. Paper is trees. It is not that deep. Are you balanced? Probably not. And this is also a card about consciously balancing your thoughts. So I believe this is actually you being greedy. I'm actually clarified because it may not be. Because you got pillow talk here too. So let's clarify. Who is this crooked cop? Angels have vibrational beings. Who is this crooked cop? Who is it that's all about the money? Who is it? Oh, okay. Wow, that was a few cards. I'm going to put it back in the deck when I'm done. It's a third party here. 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's upright, though. This somebody you tied to romantically. This somebody you care about. This somebody you care about. This could be family. Soul family, maybe. But it's somebody that you are connected to through mind, body, and soul. Each connection point, you connected to them. And they could be inspiring new love in you. Right? They could be opening up your heart chakra. You got options. This is for real. You got options. You got more than one person here. And the person that you laying with, let me check. Because what I'm getting is the person that you laying with is the person that caused this. That caused you to meet in early grade. They was talking bad about you. Yeah, because we got the devil card here. Yeah. 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 You got options here. And whoever the other one is, they really not for you. They crooked. Okay, and you are a divine feminine, right? You are the goddess, the blueprint. You inspire the masculine to tap into his inner God and are his creative muse as you are your own. You are abundant and creative with your thought, touch, and words. You are prosperity personified. If not you, then expect it to come walking in soon, okay? Everything you prayed for. I'm talking to a masculine. I'm talking to a masculine. Hey, divine masculine. Wow. Not a divine masculine on the channel looking for his divine feminine. Hey, how are you? I'm talking to a masculine. Wow, that's so nice to know that men actually be tuned in. You are a king, in fact. Your divine feminine, and it may still be a divine feminine here that still need to get this message, so don't just click off. You dealing with a crooked cop, okay? The divine masculine that's here, this superstar energy that's here, your divine feminine is dealing with a crooked cop. Somebody that knows she's abundant, knows that whatever she touches is prosperous, right? Knows how creative she is, and they are literally using her energy. Okay? They are literally using her energy to manifest off of. Okay? And she know it by now. Okay? So the feminine that I'm talking to, you know it. You know this man, one of your options, okay, is not really your divine masculine. And that he is just using your energy. And he ain't even manifesting nothing good off of it. Right? You are energetically leveling up and protecting yourself. 110%. Right? This 7 of Wands is really showing up here. You need to energetically stand up for yourself, divine feminine. Okay? And you need to take this energy, right? This light and dark, and bring it together to lead you to where you need to go. Okay? Because you keep battling. Oh my goodness. This is 2 of Wands, right? Energetically activating, right? Energetically balanced between should I go or should I not go. Here you got the to go or not to go card. You are energetically activated. You are getting a better idea of your manifesting power. So what will you do with it? This card is similar to the 2 of Wands. Choosing to act on our dreams, which usually involves travel, but passion plays a part here. Maybe you need to be patient too. Maybe you're trying to like rush stuff, divine feminine. Maybe you need to be patient. Like maybe you need to chill out, right? Maybe superstar, okay, your actual divine masculine, he know what he doing. Whoever this is over here, he know what he doing because stuff is he's speeding it up. He energetically speeding it up. He know exactly what he doing. He know what he doing so much so he know how to meet death. He know how to go into the underworld and come back better. You don't. You had other people saying you there, girl. Chill out. Chill. You know what I mean? Be patient now. You know? It says to be passionate enough about the portal we create to act on it as the opportunity arises, an energetic choice. The opportunity coming, he bringing it to you. 8 of Wands energy, your divine masculine is getting energy going where he can bring it to you. He can bring the opportunity to you. You just need to chill, and you need to stop going back and forth between these subconscious wishes like, oh, well, maybe I want to be with this man here. Like, you don't want to be with whoever you're dealing with on this end because they ain't doing nothing but siphoning energy from you. That's all they doing, siphoning energy from you, and that was the reason behind your downfall. Pillow talk. Someone is discussing your finances in a negative way, preying on your downfall, hating, waiting for you to fall, and physically receiving from this energy, okay? Their words are starting to take effect because you believe them. They receiving something on the back end to betray your confidence, a snake, right? Because you have a gift. You have some type of inheritance here. And most of the time we have gifts, we think it's in a physical, tangible form. Now, like, maybe you just abundant. Anything that you touch is prosperous, right? It's like, you can turn lead into gold, right? That's just you, meaning that somebody can tell you an idea and you take it and flip it and make more off of that, right? You can expand things, okay? Think about how a womb expands, right? Divine feminine energy. Like, stop putting up with whoever this is. You need to let this person go. Because whoever this is, 9 times out of 10, you was dealing with them before you went into the depths, before you went into the underworld. You was dealing with them before, and they was part of the reason that you went there. Because whoever they is, they deal with somebody else. They deal with somebody else, right? Just like you got options, you got a little three-way thing going on. They do too. They do too. And on the opposite end, they speaking real negative of you. So much so that like it's coming back to you. You catching it and you believing it. You reiterating it, right? You believing that you less than, it's causing doubt. Two of Swords, right? Not wanting to consciously face our fears. But it's upright. So it says that you ready to consciously face your fears. You ready to walk away from this person. And Divine Masculine Superstar that's here watching this, know that this is what your feminine is getting ready to do. They're getting ready to face their fears. You know what I mean? But you got to get this person out from around you. You got to cut this person off. This person got to go. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, because you have some things that you need to be doing. Like, and notice the devil card in reverse is saying that once you start closing out this negative energy, once you stop listening to the things that this person is saying, trying to pull you like a puppet on strings, you will run into your subconscious fulfillment. You can use your heart. Okay, because your heart is what is connected here to the universe. It's the biggest part about you. It means that you are pure-hearted. You can create with your heart, your innocence, your purity, right? Your heart is what can create things for you. And then when you get with this masculine, he can see it on a higher perspective, the things that you created in this timeline, right? You see how they sitting here looking back at these kids? Like, this is a timeline here, okay? But it's through the subconscious. It's through the metaphysical world, right? It's fluid. Your masculine, your true masculine can see that on a higher perspective. And he can physically take the steps, right? He can physically move forward to help y'all get to whatever it is that you dream of, right? This true subconscious fulfillment. He can help you get to that. But you really gotta, you gotta cut this devil energy off. It's time to energetically level up, and you got to use, because this whoever else you dealing with on the side, your other option, they bringing the negative energy to you. But you got to use it, alchemize it, use it. Alchemize it. You know what I mean? They may be saying that you practice bad spending habits. They may be saying that you lazy or whatever. You know what I mean? The biggest way to beat somebody that is negatively speaking on you, because our words really do affect our life. It's our sword. And honestly, we have one tongue for a reason, right? And the biggest way to beat somebody that wants to use their tongue for negative purposes is to make them out to be a liar. Because the devil is a liar. Ain't no truth there, right? So if they saying you lazy, you sleep all day, whatever, you need to let them believe that. But don't you sleep all day. Don't you really be lazy. Whatever they doing, where they don't see what you doing all day, and they can assume that you sleeping all day, let them assume, but don't you sleep all day. That way when they say it, you can tell them they a lie, and they can believe that they the truth. But the proof in the pudding is they a lie, because you're not really sleeping all day. Okay? Discredit them. That's how you deal with people that use their tongue for evil. That's how you deal with people that use their sword to slay others. Okay? You use your sword to defend yourself. 7 of Wands, okay? You energetically stand up for yourself. You take that energy, that negative energy they got and giving you, and you put it together with this positive energy, and you use it to lead you, to pull you to what it is you're really trying to get to. Okay? Subconscious fulfillment. And the easiest way, make them out to be a liar. Start telling him he a liar. And whatever he say, because when people speak something over you so much, it'll start to show up. He can say you lazy so much, you actually start being lazy. Okay, you have to do everything in your power to combat that. Pray to God, say, God, I rebuke this energy. You know what I mean? And when they say and speak these negative things over you, rebuke it. Rebuke it. There's nothing wrong with rebuking it. Okay, and make a decision. You have a decision here. You have a gift, and you can use it for yourself. Leave. Leave. Go on about your business. There is new beginnings here for you, and your man is bringing it to you. Divine Feminine. Your man is bringing it to you. Your man is putting it on the table for you. Your man, and even though, he has the idea of impregnating you solely for these physical new resources, this is coming off as a new creative idea. Okay, this is coming off as something that will be tangible. Okay, he's going to give you an idea on how to be better, on how to come out of this energy with this crooked cop who just been stealing from you, right? Maybe he's been keeping you in a low vibration so that he could, utilize the energy that you're not utilizing. Because the truth of the matter is, if you don't utilize something, somebody else will. That's just what it is. And on the bottom of the deck after this shuffle, I got 8 of Cups, right? leaving one reality to pursue a higher purpose. You know what I mean? Leaving one reality to pursue another. But really, this is the higher purpose card. This tells the story of Moses. You know, how he left comfortability, how he left the royal palace, you know, to go and be a prophet for God, you know, and lead the, you know, the Israelites out of Egypt, you know. And behind that, you got the Lovers, a leap of faith. I can't make it up. Divine Feminine, you need to take a leap of faith. What are you waiting on? Jump. Maybe you need to go and look at there, a new beginning. I split the deck and it's on the food. A new beginning. Allow your subconscious energy to come to the surface. Okay, it'll be a new beginning. Maybe you need to watch Steve Harvey's motivational speech, Jump. Okay, it's really good. Maybe you really need that, because you saying you consciously ready to face your fears, but you still kind of going back and forth between it. Okay, and you physically praying for new opportunities. They coming to you too, right? Specifically around your finances, Divine Feminine. But you don't know if you're going to go or not. You being energetically activated to move. Get your butt up. Start moving. Right? But you don't know if you want to do it. Boom. Period. This man is not playing. This man is not playing. We had Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It then came out. This man is not playing. He has a range of energy, though. Okay? He has a range of energy. And to the Divine Masculine that's watching, don't let up, because you are energetically leveling up. Look at the rods here. Okay, you are energetically motivating your Queen of Swords. Your Queen of Swords. This is actually you, Divine Feminine, because it was a counterpart. Your masculine is literally King of Swords. You are Queen of Swords. You put these people head on a swivel. You keep what's important to you close to your heart. You don't play no games, Miss Tough Love. Miss Tough Love, you don't play no games. You gonna protect your sword. You gonna protect your thoughts and your words. You keeping this close to your chest. Debating on if you want to move forward or not. And you being energetically activated, meaning your environment about to push you. It's about to push you away from this crooked cop who running his mouth to everybody else. You know, the energy finna start pushing you. You finna be pushed to you know, be over here with your masculine, because he's been energetically pushing. He's been energetically motivating you. Okay? He's been giving you the energy. Technically, you don't have to be in union with somebody to be in communication. You don't have to be in union with somebody to be sharing things with them. He's been giving you all the energy. He's been giving you all the energy. And really, y'all in communication. You know who this masculine is. Y'all know each other. Y'all in communication. The Divine Feminine is sitting in between here. She don't know what she want to do. Literally, 2 of Wands touching the 2 of Swords. And it's double 2 of Wands here, technically. Okay? And then the 3 of Wands follows it. Okay? This is energetic manifestation. This is the energy building. Okay? This Divine Feminine energy, this Queen of Swords, you building this energy. You building this energy. Okay, but honestly, things are about to start speeding up. Things are really about to start speeding up. And mainly what I'm getting from this is because this masculine, whoever you are, you got some Sagittarius energy. You have Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarian energy. Okay, that's T for real, because it's double Sagittarius energy. And we pulled Capricorn and Aquarius too. Okay, and this energy is all going to be activated upcoming Gemini season. We in Taurus season now. This energy is all being activated by Mars and Leo, really. This Sagittarian energy is, and Aquarius too. Okay, this masculine is energetically activated, and he is energetically activating feminine here. Feminine, you better get your butt up. You better get with it. Let this third party go. Stop going in between these options that you have and pursue a higher purpose. Take a leap of faith. Maybe you and this man are meant to partner to do something good, right? It's something here that you need to learn from your divine masculine. And you need to get your finances together, right? This is the energy of like unorganized, okay? And being fearful to move forward. But it's really because you letting all this crap that whoever else you're dealing with on the side actually get into your head. And it may not be a romantic connection here. Okay, it could be family, it could be friends, but it's somebody that you're dealing with that has connection to this relationship as well. 3 of Cups, right? And maybe that's why you trying to like downplay it or something like that. But at the end of the day, you really need to start preparing. You really need to start working with this masculine so that you guys can alchemize this energy so you both can come out of the underworld. You both can come out of the depths. You can move into heaven. Because that's why heaven is a place on earth, y'all, for real. That's why you both ended up here in the same place. And believe it or not, maybe you met in this low place. Maybe you met in the underworld. It's not a surprise. It's really not a surprise. I am partner with my divine masculine, and he's somebody you got to say yes on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so maybe you got some type of offer or commitment coming in, say yes. You know, but my divine masculine, he's somebody that I have known all of my life. I literally got, you know, I met him when I was 13. And I had honestly forgot how much I loved him. I forgot how much he was my first love. Like, I really did. And as of late, you know, we both went through a spiritual death, you know, where mine was a combination of this energy, because I'm a Scorpio moon, so I'm pretty intuitive, you know, so I had a combination. I already knew that people were plotting on me to the point I was going to end up in an early grave anyway. So I went ahead and slit my throat. I said I wouldn't give them the satisfaction. And I went ahead and took them L's. Do you hear me? Because I know when you take a couple L's, literally a couple, that's a W, period. I'm due for a win. So, you know, I took those L's easily, because I was like, I know that I can transmute this. I know that I'm a phoenix rising. I can come up out these ashes, no problem. So, you know, I just, I wasn't too ashamed of it. But I can remember, you know, I was coming out of a place like literally I lost everything in a sense. To gain it all back now, don't be confused. It's always to gain it all back. But I lost everything, including my partner, who I assumed at the time really was my divine masculine. And, you know, I'm talking to God. I'm being open. You know, I'm connected to source. And, you know, I'm just kind of like, well, who is my husband, God? Because I need to know. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm blessed. I know that I'm chosen. You know, I know I'm the part of the 144. Like, I know that I'm a divine feminine. Like, I know that I have a masculine. I know that I have these blessings that are waiting for me. So the first step is really knowing, who is he? You know what I mean? Who is he? And I got a pretty easy reminder. And my divine masculine, actually reminded me. My divine masculine actually reached out to me. And it's so crazy, because he was trying to reach out to me in multiple ways prior to, like, during the time I was with the other guy I was with, and before I went down to the underworld. You know what I mean? Like, he was really trying to, like, he's like, where you at, babe? Because he was really going through it on his end, you know. And I was just not hearing him, because my heart was not attuned to him at that time. And finally, you know, when we both was in the underworld, when we both in this space, right? Because he went through a death too, you know. And it wasn't by his own means. He literally was just in this energy. So, like, you know, where we both had a death, where we both in the darkest depths, the underworld, I actually am a light in the dark. So it made it so easier for him to, like, really see me and catch my attention. And he did. I'm talking about, he caught my attention so much. Like, he caught my attention. It was so bold. It was kind of like there was no way anybody else could not see it. You know what I mean? Like, we both was like, oh, I see you. You know, and I was unsure. I'm like, I don't know if it's him, because, you know, he got a pass. He got a real pass. And I was just unsure. You know, and it's kind of like, when you ask the universe for things, you can receive them. You will receive them. You can receive them, and you will receive them. You know what I mean? You can petition to the universe, you know, what it is that you want. You can petition to source what it is that you want. I always say be broad, because when you get to being specific, baby, that can lead to letdowns. But, you know, I was just kind of like, you know, God, who is my husband? Where's my husband? And, you know, source was bringing me options. In all honesty, source was really bringing me options, because, once again, I tell y'all all the time, when you hit rock bottom, there is nowhere else to go but up. Okay, so you can have the opportunity to build and create whatever you want. And that's what this masculine is trying to get you to see. Like, this masculine is trying to plant a seed within you, right? That you both can birth together. Alchemy, right? Attracting with magnetism. You both using your energy to attract this to you. You know what I mean? So you can actually help give birth to it. Okay, but the reason why the masculine needs you is because the divine feminine is creative. You have the womb. You hold it within your vessel to nurture it, right? You just got the magic touch, you know? So when you hit rock bottom, it's like you can build whatever it is you want to build. And when you petition to the universe for certain things, certain resources, certain pieces to come to you, so you can build this legacy or whatever, this empire, you know, you can vet. You can vet, especially when we talk about partners. You know what I mean? You can vet. Who says that you cannot have whoever or whatever you want? Literally you. Okay, at the end of the day. So I had, you know, some men coming across my desk. And believe it or not, when I started, you know, the vetting process, you know, I had recognized my divine masculine, but I didn't recognize him as my man. Like, I just recognized him as like, oh, yeah, we had a little thing. You know, he was really my first, you know, and I love him, but, you know, he don't meet the requirements. He don't meet the requirement. And I actually turned him down. You know, I said, nah, he's not my husband. He's not gonna fit my husband. And when I say that I turned him down to the point, he like, because things can happen on a higher plane. You know what I mean? Things can play out physically. They're always gonna play out physically because it's always gonna trickle down. But things most likely play out, you know, metaphysically on a higher dimension before they do physically. So somehow in spirit, he picked up on that denial, baby, and he was like, well, if you will, fuck you too then, bitch. You know, he didn't say it to me, but in so many words, he did. Like, I'm cool on it. Like, I'm not gonna stress on her not wanting me. Like, I can really have whoever I want. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, like, that's fine, because you don't meet the requirements, sir, goodbye. And I'm kind of picky. You know what I mean? I don't play, you know? Especially now in this stage where I know, like, how I have to take care of myself. You know what I mean? Like, I know my worth, period. Like, I'm not playing with nobody. I know what boundaries are, and I stand on them motherfuckers, period. You know? So, at first, I was like, he ain't cutting it. He ain't meeting the requirements. And no matter what, like, and I didn't even really think so much into it because I really already had another option, right? So, Divine Feminine, you know, listen good because this obviously something for you, you know? I had another option that I really thought was a good option. Like, I really thought that he would just complete me. You know what I mean? And he checked off so many bases. The only thing he didn't check off was, like, race. You know what I mean? But I really wasn't tripping off of that because I had already ventured out and dated outside of my race. Like, I wasn't worried about that, you know? And the only thing about it was he had to wait, you know, because I had to heal. When you come out of a space like this, when you come out of this type of energy, death, right? You go down to the darkest depths. Like, you have to heal because some of the shit that you see, oh my goodness, some of the struggles that you endure, some of the hard times that you face, it can really traumatize you. It can really scar you if you do not properly heal. And I knew that I had to heal, but I was just trying to get my man in line ahead of time. So I'm like, okay, I need to know the direction we going, right? Career, man, house, yard, you know, like all of these things. Like, I like to check, you know, have my stuff in order. Like, I'm a planner. That's just who I am, you know. And when it came down to waiting, right, even though this man knew exactly what I was capable of, right, divine feminine energy, like, no matter what she touched, it's abundant. Like, she can turn lead into gold. Anything she touched, she can turn into gold. Like, this is the type of woman that you really would want on your arm. Because this person had to wait and they had another option who already had all of their, you know, their physical requirements in the moment. They wasn't really willing to wait. They were willing to give me the time to get myself together while they were off in a whole relationship with this person, you know, flaunting them around, being confident in what they have. You know, like, they did not show any energetic or spiritual commitment to me, to where I was like, okay, I'm not going to deal with you because you don't see my worth. You don't see my worth. Like, you don't truly trust me. You don't truly believe in me. And I'm so big on belief and support right now. You know what I mean? To where I was like, okay, bet, you not my husband. You not my husband. You not my divine counterpart. And that's cool. You know what I mean? You are not God's choice for me. And that's cool. You know? And I went back to the drawing board. And when I say I went back to the drawing board, I went back to the drawing board. Like, I had completely overlooked my divine counterpart. For real. Like, I didn't even think, like, well, let me reconsider this person. Like, and this was a little minute. Like, this is probably maybe like 3 months in between where I initially considered them and was like, no, turn them down, right? And it was literally like approaching a deadline, you know, because once again, things transpire on a higher dimension, on a higher level before they reach the 3D. Right? So there is like a period where you can put in for your manifestations, right? And we have been in a shift from 2020 till now where we are all shifting timelines. We're all quantum leaping into new realities that we truly desire, right? The collective as a whole is shifting, right? That's why we've seen a lot of astrological transits that we've never seen before, okay? Because there is a shift that is happening. And if you know, you know. If you're an alchemist, you know how to use this energy, even by yourself, not even really needing anybody else, right? Because I know how to embody both divine masculine and divine feminine. Like, I know how to be both. Like, that's true balance, right? And you have to know how to do that before you can actually come into union with your partner, you know. But, you know, with this shift going on, it's like there was deadlines on when you could put in certain things. And if you know, you know, right? Sometimes we don't even have to really go into too much explanation into it. Just know. If you know, you know, you know. And the deadline was coming up for me to put things in the box. It's kind of like I did a reading earlier. And one of the girls, she got a card out of this deck. I don't know. Actually, here it is. Wow. Right? And it says it's only a matter of time, right? It says this card also says the bag or vessel in which you receive your manifestation is full. Stick with what you already desire, right? It comes a time where the bag gets full. They put a cap on it, and it's only a matter of time before it manifests, right? Because you put in all the energetic, inspired action. You passionate about it. You know what I mean? You've regulated your emotions. You truly believe it's coming to you, and you've taken physical steps towards it. You know, these are all things that you do after you receive initial thought, and that is how manifestation comes to fruition. The universe has been helping us all do this because, once again, it's been a shift collectively in the universe, okay? We are all shifting timelines. You just say what timeline you want to be on. You just say what you want to be in that timeline. And eventually it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time before it shows up, because that's just been the energy, okay? A shift. Right? When you add the number up 2025, you get a 9. You keep adding until you get a single digit. You're going to get a 9. 9s are endings. Okay, that means that we're about to go into another 10-year cycle, another decade, okay? Technically, right? Even though we don't count 10, it'd still be 10, because the next year is going to be a 1, okay? And it can equal 10. But it's saying we're going into a new beginning. You know what I mean? So with all these shifts happening, it's like it's inevitable that you can move from one part of your life to another. That's why collectively a lot of people have gone through these deaths. A lot of people have lost things. A lot of people have faced hard times, you know, hardship, struggles, you know. Some people did it themselves. Some people intuitively knew what was going on and saw a better life for them and said, fuck it, I'm finna cut my throat. You know what I mean? Like, some people jumped into that, and that's cool, because at the end of the day, it's only a matter of time before everything that they put into that pot is getting ready to come back to them. Okay, it's only a matter of time. And the timing can be set up differently for everyone depending on how you are working on it, right? But the universe time code, because you look at it like God is cyclical. Our source likes circles, okay? So when things align, right? When things align properly, you start to get physical results. You start to get, you know, you start to birth things, right? And think about 9 months pregnant too, you know. So I had got to that period where the deadline was coming for me to add things into my bag. They was getting ready to cap off my manifestation bag, you know what I mean? And if I didn't have a pick of a masculine, you know, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have one, but God was gonna give them to me either way. God was going to give them to me. And after what I had just came out of, the healing that I was doing too, I didn't really trust to have it be anonymous. Because, you know, I might think again, like I said, the dude I was just with, I thought that he was my divine masculine. I thought he was my counterpart, and he was not. You know, I could easily mistake another man for that and have my actual divine masculine out for who knows how long, because this is really a once in a lifetime shift. You know, so I was literally running out, and I was talking to my mom, and it's so crazy. I was talking to my mom. I was like, I don't know who my husband is. At this point, we're gonna have to do For the Love of BB. You know, I was like, we're gonna have to, you know, we're gonna have to come up with a show called Who Is My Husband? Like, who is it? We're gonna have to have multiple men come through, because I don't know who he is, you know. And we were talking, and I was kind of running off names and people, and she said a name. She said his name. She said my man's name. I be calling my man, but she said my man's name, and I was like, and for some reason this time when she said his name, it hit different. It hit different. I don't know why. I guess because it was just the timing for it. It was time, you know. But when she said it, I was like, I do love him. I was like, I do love him. I don't like how he carried himself all the time, you know. But if it's one man that I do love, it is, like, outside my daddy and my brothers, it is him. You know what I mean? If it's one man that I have had a long-term relationship with, whether that be physically or spiritually, it's him. You know what I mean? Like it's him. And I just was kind of like, wow, you know, could it really be? And at that point, it was like his file had hit my desk again. It was like, you know, God had sent an angel to tell him, hey, why don't you put in another if I was taking applications, it was like God sent an angel to him and said, hey, why don't you put in another application for her? And even as much as, because I know him, you know, as much as I know, he probably was like, I don't really want to. Last time she shitted on me, like last time she made me feel bad, she made me feel stupid, you know. As much as he probably didn't really want to, something in his heart told him to. And this time he had the brilliant idea of, don't give your application to her. Don't put your application right on her desk. Give your application to her mama. Give your application to her mama. Give it to her mama. Put the thought on her mama heart. And it's gonna get to her, and it's gonna touch her in a different way because it's coming from her mama. Trust. And he trusted it. You know what I mean? He trusted it 110%. And true enough, when my mama said it, it clicked. I was like, yeah. 110%. Like, yeah. If it's a man I'm gonna marry, it's gonna be the man that I first loved. 110%, because I always wanted that. You know, that's why we have to go back and look at our inner child too. Like, sometimes when we children, you know, when we're young, when we're of true purity, right, true innocence, we can feel some type of way about somebody, and it be so strong that it really resonates. You know, it resonates so much so that it comes back around when we're adults, when we really have the opportunity to pursue this person. And, you know, here I am now, you know, like, making it do what it do. Is it easiest? No, because once again, we both were in this energy of the underworld. We both went down, you know, we both suffered death. Honestly, we both did. We lost a lot. You know, we faced a lot of hardship. But in that same place, we were able to easily align to where we realized, like, dang, if it's not you, I really don't want to do it, because ain't shit else out here. Like, the only thing that's out here outside of us is heartache and pain, right? Because that's what we experience dealing with other people. So why not go with the divine people that's actually for us, that God directs us to? You know what I mean? That God has chosen for us one way or the other. Because the way that he really, because I was skeptical. At first. At first I was like, I don't know if I can trust that he is him, because he be playing so much, he be doing too much. You know what I mean? He be out here, he be out here with these hoes. Like, I was just like, and I don't have time to be playing with him. Like, I'm just really not here for it. And also, when you meet on a spiritual level, like when you make a spiritual connection, sometimes you really need to have like some type of physical confirmation, because anything else, it's like, baby, I might be delulu. I might be lost in translation while I'm trying to pursue you. And that's the last thing that I would ever want, you know. So I can remember he really, you know, he really made it clear, like, yeah, I'm physically on the same page as you as much as I am spiritually. Like, so much so he even called out like how I didn't even want him at first. And he lied. You know, he was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm straight on you too. Even though he really wasn't. He really wasn't. Like, he really was fucked up about that. Like, he really kind of ate him up. Like, dang, how you gonna deny me? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And the truth of the matter was, like, he just didn't know how to really get to me at that point. He had to have a little faith. And the moment he had faith, like, things went through. You know? And the best part about it was he was understanding to me needing to have patience, you know, and me needing to heal, because he coming out the same space, he kind of juggling the same stuff, and where he make the mistake and he rush and he do stuff too fast out in the open, you know, acting like he completely healed when he not, it always come back to bite him in the butt, you know. He kind of understand why it's like, okay, I get why BB don't really want me to be out here, you know what I mean? I can get why BB want to be back chilling, and she trying to like really get herself together and heal before she really come out like she fully healed, you know. Like, he understand that now. So I'm saying all that to say, like, divine feminine, like, where you may think that the man on the left side is really for you, you know, Bookie, he not. You know what I mean? Like, your divine masculine is somebody that's sitting right in your face, that's been making plans. I've been making plans. Okay, he's been making plans for you. Okay, so oh, this is so cute. And you was overthinking it. Stop overthinking it. Right? We got I am powerful and loved. That's cute. And the two that came out is I am becoming a better person every day and enjoy the now. Okay, so that's pretty simple. You know, work on yourself every day, heal, and enjoy the space that you are currently in. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Check out the description box. That way you can check out some of the charity donations that we have. And also you can check out my services in case you want to book a reading. And most importantly, have a beautiful and blessed day. Amen.